Hey everybody, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing the full moon tarot reading for the sign of Gemini. So just to explain really the format of this read, I'll be using a custom spread using the Wild Unknown Tarot and of course clarifying with the intuitive, right? And the reason I wanted to do this is because, as you may already know, we do have a full moon coming up on the 14th of September. So with the next few days there's going to be a lot of things that are being brought to the surface, particularly those things that are tied to some very emotional themes. So it could be in relation to multiple aspects of your life, or one thing in particular where there's going to be some kind of revelation, there'll be some information, or just something will come out, right? And what was once hidden will then be brought to the surface. So this is why I wanted to do these readings, because I feel like it's good to prepare, because the full moon tends to be a very emotional time, right? There's usually a lot of things that gets brought to the surface. So I think it's good if you can prepare before that takes place, okay? So let's just get stuck in then. So where are you currently at, Gemini? What have you got going on right now? Because I know you've had quite a busy past couple of months. There's been a lot going on for you, particularly in terms of your relationships and stuff. So let's see what's happening now for you. Okay, you've got the Seven of Swords in the upright. So yeah, you're not revealing something here. You're being very quiet. You're keeping quiet about something or other. And I'm not sure what that is exactly. You're not revealing everything. There's something that you're keeping quiet at this time. You're watching and waiting. You're waiting to see someone's response, circumstance. You're waiting on something before you reveal something else. Let me see if I can clarify that. Okay. So you've got the Hanged Man. So yeah. You're waiting on some information that will allow you to make a decision, because at the moment you feel like you don't have all the information you need in order to move forward. So you're waiting on something, and then you can properly assess it, because you feel like maybe you've changed perspective on things recently. Maybe you don't view things the same way as you did previously, so now you're just waiting on some information to be brought to light. Interesting. Oops. Yeah, so you've not made a decision yet. You've got the Two of Swords in reverse. You've not made the decision yet because you're waiting on something. There's some information that you haven't received yet, and that's why you haven't moved forward, right? Because you don't know what this thing is, or you need to know something before you can make a decision on how you're going to act in regards to this circumstance, okay? So what are your feelings in relation to this? Wow, this is flying out. So you've got the Sun of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So I think you are generally feeling quite optimistic, more optimistic than you were recently. I think you feel like things are slowly starting to come together, that the pieces are falling in place, but I think you're feeling like you want to move forward but you can't, and that's bringing you a little bit of sadness, right? Because you feel ready to move forward, to really take control of the situation and manifest the things that you wish, but until you've got this information you can't do that. So there's a little bit of impatience there, I feel. While you're waiting for this information to be brought to light. Okay. What else is going on there and how you're feeling? Yeah, Sun of Swords in reverse. That's the Knight of Swords as well. So you can't act right now. You can't make an informed decision because there's something you don't have information-wise. There's something you don't know about, or it's not confirmed to you yet at this time, right? So you're waiting on confirmation is what I'm seeing. Okay. So what about your projections? What is it that you're putting out there in this time? What is your public face, in other words? Okay, we've got 3 cards. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the World card in reverse, right? And you've got the Daughter of Wands in reverse. There's a lot going on, Gemini, I will say that. Okay, let's just start with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse then. So you feel like you're still not obtaining that happiness, that it's still, there's things that are still not lining up yet, and you're feeling the strain of that, okay? You're feeling, you almost feel like something is purposefully keeping that, or someone is purposefully keeping this information from you so that you don't act, so that this thing doesn't happen, whatever the circumstances is. You feel, that's how you feel, like this is being hidden from you, and you're kind of, because you're in that mindset, you may be projecting that like it's all hope is lost kind of thing, and that could be the thing that's actually also blocking this manifestation, blocking this abundance that could come in otherwise, right? So you have to really watch that energy, because you may be hindering your own progress at this time, because you're feeling impatient, because you're feeling like, you know, there's no hope, that there's no point waiting on this because it's not going to happen, right? So be very watchful of that energy, because that will work against you, and there's nothing here at the moment that indicates that that's true, okay? So you need to watch that. You have the Daughter of Wands in reverse. So again, I think you're a little bit emotionally drained, because you've been trying so hard to bring a resolution to certain aspects of this situation. You've been trying to focus on your work, your passions, your creativity, the things that bring you happiness, but still you're feeling depleted, so you can't give your all in relation to these other aspects of your life, right? Because this circumstance is still taking its toll on you. And that's why you've got the World card in reverse. You know, you're probably not feeling as outgoing right now as you usually are. You're probably not, you're not connecting to the same level with people as you usually do. You may still be going out, you may be even traveling at this time, but I feel like it may be more solitary travel if you are, or if you are going out and meeting people. I feel like you feel this disconnect right now, so you're not really seeing eye to eye with them. You don't have this level of enthusiasm and connection that you usually do when you're out and about and with your friends, right, or your family members. So they might be seeing that you're kind of low on energy right now. Okay, so what about in regards to this, like, what can we see in terms of internal influences then? What's going to be at play here that's also contributing to this hopelessness, this feeling of all hope is lost? Okay, so you've got the Four of Cups, so you're not looking at your emotions objectively, okay? You're kind of just, you're allowed to feel them, of course, feel them, but you may be wallowing in them too much, and that's what's creating this unstable footing for you right now, because you're resting too heavily on your emotions, on how you're feeling at this present time, but it's not indicative of what's happening here, what you're being moved towards. So you have to be careful with that, because you're creating emotional instability with yourself by, you know, moving to the negative, by assuming the worst, by thinking that there is no hope, just because, you know, things are moving, but they're moving slower than you anticipated. Sorry, that's way too many cards. Everything just flew out there. Okay. So what else is at work here? So you're feeling emotionally imbalanced, should I say? You're feeling emotionally imbalanced. And what else? Or your emotional imbalance is what's causing these feelings that you have of being stuck, not being able to move forward, feeling like everything's taking too long and getting kind of impatient. But you know that something is coming, you feel that, right? I mean, you've got the sun, so that's a massive Like compared to everything else here, this is like blowing this whole reading away, okay? Because this is a powerful energy. This is like, they say this is the best card, right? Because it's just, you know, pure bliss, happiness, fulfillment, joy. It's like the very pinnacle of positive, right? Positivity, positive emotion, positive outcomes, right? So because your internal, this is in the position of your internal influences. So because you're striving so hard for this, and it's something that you want more than anything, to have this resolution, to have this happy, you know, outcome, this positive, like ultra positive outcome, best possible outcome, you're feeling like it can never happen, like you're just trying everything to make it happen. And right now you know there's certain things outside of your control to make that happen. You're waiting on some information or some confirmation of something. And because of that, you're just feeling so unbalanced, like you're just, you know, you're very up and down, I feel right now, okay? That your energy is very all over the place, but generally you tend to hit a low by the end of the day. And yeah, you're feeling that instability, right? So that may make you a little bit confrontational in certain circumstances, particularly if someone triggers you by saying the wrong thing. You may be kind of emotional when you're by yourself. You may have mood swings. People might be saying you're kind of moody right now. Yeah, because you're just, you know, that's all you want. You want this connection back. That's all you're thinking about right now. You just want this connection back. But you can't make a decision on how to do that or how to move forward until you have that information. And as such, you just feel like you can't win. You just can't, there is no way out, right? With the King of Pentacles in reverse, you feel like no matter what goes right in your life, if this area isn't fixed, then it's all for naught, right? That's what it seems like from what I'm seeing here. That's how you feel. Okay, so, oh, Gemini, some heavy emotions here. Like, I understand, you know, that of course, if you feel that strongly about someone or something, yeah, that's hard, right? That's really hard, but, you know, I think you're kind of doing yourself a disservice by thinking that that's all there is for you, right? I mean, of course, you know, we'll see what can happen with this, but I think you have a lot of things to be grateful for and to be happy about in your life. So, you know, I understand that this is taking precedence right now, and, you know, you're not going to be feeling the best, but don't just think that you have nothing else in your life. I'm sure you have a lot more to be grateful for, okay? So keep it in perspective. Don't allow your emotions to blow things out of proportion, okay? So let's have a look then in terms of the reveal. What's going to be revealed to you this time? Because that's going to be really important. Because this is what this is about. This is you waiting on information. Okay, so we've got a few cards here. So we've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. We've got the Eight of Swords in reverse, and we've got the Justice in reverse. Okay, so with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I feel like you're going to get your answer, you know? That feeling of having no clarity, of it just being confusing and, you know, having no idea which way to go and what the outcome is going to be. You're going to get your answer. It's not going to be easy to hear. There's going to be some things that make you feel very vulnerable about it, but it is going to take you out of this space of not knowing. But it is going to require it's going to require strength. It's going to require you to open up and be vulnerable, okay? You have to be very honest and very clear about how you feel, because otherwise there is not going to be a resolution, okay? So you have to come out of your shell, you have to lay your soul bare, okay? And if you do that, then obviously you'll be able to then have this communication, authentic communication with this person about whatever circumstance, and then you can move forward. Okay, I don't think you're going to necessarily get the closure you want immediately, but then you can start communicating at least. Okay. And what about then in regards to the outcome? Okay, so you've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords. So I feel like with the Nine of Swords, I feel like some of you are not going to get the answer you wanted. I feel like some of you are gonna be walking away from this disappointed. Okay, but that's not all of you. That's some of you. For some of you, I feel like you're having to tell a lot more about something, or you're gonna have to be willing to hear something that you don't want to hear. You're going to learn about things that makes you unhappy, but you have to hear them. You have to sit down and have this really hard talk and just allow the other person to speak. And you're going to hear stuff that you don't want to hear. You're going to learn things you didn't want to know, but you have to know before you can move forward. And they may even bring up things about yourself that you don't like thinking about, but it's important that you hear because it's had an impact on them or the connection, or that's what's been preventing you from moving forward. So there's going to be some communication that's going to have a very strong negative effect on you, sorry to say. In either circumstance, you're going to hear something you don't want to hear, but you have to hear, okay? But that means from there, with this communication, that things can finally move forward, that you can have a change of wind, right? That you can have this newness come in, this new circumstance, whether it's a new beginning with this person, reevaluating your connection, or just moving forward, cutting your losses and having the information you need to be able to move on, okay? So either way, there's going to be a resolution at the end of this. It may not come immediately because, as I said, I can see that you need to have this conversation first, right? So it's important that you do listen, even if it's very hard to hear, right? So I just want to clarify what this is in regards to, because I feel like it can obviously be a family connection, it can be a relationship. So let's just see if we can quickly clarify what this communication is with this individual and who they are to you. Okay, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, so I feel like it's someone you are currently disconnected from, that you're not on good terms with. So it could be someone you're separated from. If you're married, could be someone you're about to go through a divorce with. It could be someone you're no longer in a relationship, an ex-partner. It could be a family member that you've been estranged from. Okay. But it's someone you're not currently really in communication with right now, or connection, or really connected to. Yeah, but it's someone that you do feel strongly about with the Knight of Pentacles here. It's someone you keep looking back towards. It's someone that you can't let go of. Okay, so yeah, I just clarify more than that. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You had a lot of cards come up from the beginning for you, Gemini. So yeah, I know it's heavy energy. There's going to be some information that gets brought to your awareness, right, when you have this talk with them. So that is coming. You're going to have to hear things you don't want to hear, but it's necessary in order to move forward in any direction, okay? Regardless, you have to hear them out. You have to listen and not react, okay? Don't just jump down their throat. You have to hear them out first and talk it through, okay? And you are going to hear things you don't want to hear. You may, have things revealed to you about your own character that you'd rather not look at, but you're going to have to do that, okay? It's going to be important, and they're going to probably do the same as well. They're going to share some faults with you, or some things that they may have done or said that they're not too proud of, or they're going to tell you about things about yourself that's affected this connection and how they see it and how they view you right now, okay? So regardless of however it applies, there's going to be some communication that is going to be hard to hear, but it is necessary for you to move on, okay? So with that said, I wish you all the best, Gemini. If this was useful for you, please do hit the like button, leave a comment if it applies, subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to doing your next read, and hopefully things will start moving in a more positive direction for you, okay? So take care for now.